to A Very Woody Christmas, another Comedy 7. We're going to have a good time tonight. I hope you guys have come to share in the Christmas spirit as well as other alcoholic spirits as well. We're going to have a good time tonight. Also, just so you guys know, afterwards, we are doing, we're going to party it up. Afterwards, DJ Mark Adams is going to be in the house on the decks doing things, so we're going to party up. We're going to clear this whole thing up. First half of our show is going to be our normal comedy show, but the second half is going to be our Christmas special. So I hope you guys enjoy that. How is your guys' holiday so far? Is anybody here like from out of town, school, anything like that? Anybody? No? Kentucky? Who's from Kentucky? Huh? Is that why you talk with your mouth full? Because you're from Kentucky? Makes sense, I understand that. We like Kentucky and Indiana because it makes us look better. Kentucky definitely makes us look better than what we actually are. I don't know, basically, I enjoy the Christmas holiday just because I get to congregate with people that I don't normally congregate with. Actually, I have a friend of mine who, he's married off, he has kids, he has a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old. And recently I was hanging out with him, and as I'm hanging out with him, we were discussing something that we were talking about on the internet, and I was going to send him a link to it. I'm like, what's your email address? And he was like, whatever, at hotmail.com. And I'm like, the fuck, you got a Hotmail? And this kid, who's 9, totally chimes in, and he's like, man, you must have got that account when they was churning butter. And I was like, because, first of all, I had to think when they churned butter. Like, I wasn't exactly sure, and I was like, that might be possibly when Hotmail was out. Like, I'm not exactly sure. And then the other thing is that, like, my friend, Ryan, he's a white guy, so his kid's white, and I'm like, why is this kid talking like a 1970s sidekick? Like, so like, man, you must have got that when they was churning butter. Like, what? Are we serious? And just so you guys know, the word black is fine with me. I more so like the word colored. I'm a big fan of the word colored because, I mean, who doesn't like colors? Have you ever held a crayon box and was sad about it? No? Anytime you need to add spice to something, you say, hey, I need to add some color, right? And I mean, I'm not a big U.S. history buff, but I'm pretty sure, like, in our whatever how many year history that this country is, that white people have never had a problem with colored people, ever. Right? Isn't that right? Isn't that all right? Isn't that how that works? Just work with it. Just work with it. I'm giving you guys a free pass right now. It's fine. Don't worry about it. A funny other thing that happened is that his 6-year-old, we've had what we call play dates with his 6-year-old and my 4-year-old daughter. And I would go out by his house in his neighborhood, and we would take the two out to the park, and we would sit, and be grown adults and probably smoke a joint or something while they play in the playground. And when we're sitting at the playground on the bench. They're out playing, doing their kid thing or whatever. And all of a sudden, like, we see his youngest, 6-year-old, he's just chasing girls around the park or whatever, just chasing them around. And I'm like, look at your son, man. Like, that's crazy. Like, he's chasing around girls. He leans over to me and he says, yeah, you know what they say, young, dumb, and full of cum. And immediately, I was like, wait, so there's pedophiles in this neighborhood? Like, why are people full of cum here? Like, you need to get your shit together. I stand up immediately, I'm like, Kayla, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here. Like, we gotta go. And you know how kids are. Like, while they're having fun, they're like, no, I don't want to go. I'm like, let's go. Let's get out of here. Like, the neighborhood is dangerous. Like, fuck this. Like, let's get out of here. And she's arguing with me back and forth because, I mean, she's doing the whole thing because her mother is white, so she's half white, so she's got that, no, like that whole thing that, you guys did when you were like 9. And she, finally, I scream at her and I say, listen, you want to get filled with cum? Get in the car. Let's go. Now, I realized at that moment that other parents in the park did not know the conversation that we previously had, so now I'm getting looked at as the pedophile. Like, I'm screaming, you want to get filled with cum? Like, come on, let's go. Like, so it was a whole big situation with that. I had to escape as fast as I could with my daughter. It was like a Lifetime movie at the end of that, really. Usually, you guys got any New Year's resolutions? Anybody? Be less fat? That's lame. Then you gotta not eat. Don't you not eat meat? Right, so you're pretty bland anyway, right? That makes sense. Listen, I don't... What? Did something get real serious? Like, somebody just slipped somebody a Mickey and somebody saw it and was like, ooh, oh no. That girl's screwed tonight. Like, literally. No pun intended, by the way. No, I made a New Year's resolution. And my New Year's resolution, a lot of you guys who come to the shows a lot know that usually when I go into joke mode about animals, I get a little cruel. I get a little angry about it. It's not that I hate animals. It's just that I hate people who love animals. Not that love animals generally, but love animals overly. I'm not a big fan of that. But I figured, because my whole thing is that if animals were in charge, like, do you think they have a PETA for us? Like, there were no shelters in DuckTales. Like, that never happened. Like, so my whole thing is I came up with this thing where, here's a good way where PETA can figure out if an animal is okay to kill or not. If white people will eat it and black people will wear it, it's okay to kill it. That's how I look at it. Minks, foxes, rabbits. I'm almost predicting that black people are going to start wearing chicken eventually. Like, just walking in a club with chicken feathers, like, just like, you know, doing that whole thing. You guys having a good time? Yeah. Are you guys having a good time? Are you sure? I keep staring at your mistletoe, so I have to get one. Thank you. All right.